Hey guys, Joe from Barnett Archery here. Today we're going to walk you through the installation of our Hyperflight lighted nocks into an existing arrow. We do sell the Hyperflight lighted nocks by Luminock pre-installed on our 20-inch Hyperflight arrow and 22-inch Hyperflight arrow. But today, for the purpose of this video, it's for the installation on an existing 20 or 22-inch Hyperflight arrow that you may own. It's important to note that uh, these nocks are compatible with our arrows with the red labels and the red and white veins with the silver nock. They will not work on our original orange arrows, orange label with the white orange veins, because that nock here is actually glued in and you'd have a hard time getting that nock out. So it's compatible here. So the first step is you need to remove your existing nock. When doing so, I like to use a set of pliers. I actually like to wrap electrical tape around the teeth, just so it mars it less. What you want to do is you want to come in from a side angle and you want to grab that nock. Be careful to not grab the shaft. You only want to grab the nock, and you want to pull that nock straight out. So at that point, the nock is out. Go ahead and discard, throw away your existing metal nock. You likely will have marred it and damaged it during the removal. So the next step is installing the new nock. It is important when you're installing the new nock that you install it in the appropriate orientation. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to have the odd vein, so the vein that'll go down into your track, perfectly perpendicular to the throat of the nock and the string groove. So in this instance, you would want to have that nock in this orientation where this odd color vein, the white vein, is perfectly perpendicular to the throat of the nock and the string groove. Also at that point, once it's aligned, you'll see that there's a small little tab here on the ear of the nock, and that tab actually should be perfectly in line with that white vein. So we want to ensure that the battery is nice and snug. This little metal tab, you're going to want to start into the shaft first. You're going to want to bend that. Again, you're going to want to make sure that it is aligned perfectly, as we just noted, and start it in slowly. All right, so that there is pretty well aligned. So before we go ahead and pressure fit this, we're going to take some of our Barnett rail lube. It's got a nice viscosity. You can also use beeswax. You can use scorpion venom rail lube. You can use boning rail lube. Any rail lube. That'll add a little viscosity, a little bit of a lube to the shank of that nock, and it will allow you to more easily press fit it. And then once it's in, it'll allow you to turn the lighted nock off as well a bit easier. So I'll start that there with my fingers, and I'm going to end up pushing this in the entire way to illustrate the light, turning on from the Luminock. But when it's backed out and it's not lit, you're going to want to have it, backed off of the end of that shaft by about the thickness of a license or a credit card. Because what happens is there's a little metal tab here on the Luminock. When that touches the carbon shaft, that completes the circuit and lights the nock. So we'll go ahead here, and there we go. I pushed it all the way in. That nock is now lit. Again, as you can see there, the little lobe on the ears of the nock are perfectly in line with the white odd colored vein, as well as perpendicular to the throat of that nock. So that's the proper installation of a Luminock into our Hyperflight arrows. Quick video on turning it off. If you've got, a nice grip, you can put it right there between your pointer finger and your thumb, and you can work it back out. Or you can also utilize the Luminock arrow puller extinguisher for the Luminock. So when you do that, quick tip here, you want to go ahead and position the extinguisher as such, and you want to grab it right between the nock and the shaft and pinch it. And at that point, you can hold it to your side as you're pinching that spot. Give a wiggle back and forth. And that works the nock back out of the shaft, therefore turning off the lighted nock. Thanks again for choosing Barnett. Thank you for choosing the Hyperflight Lighted Nocks by Luminock.